What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry, and I am the crypto vet. Thank you so much for tuning back in. I know you guys have been watching the market, and everything is absolutely going crazy. I mean, there's so much green on the charts. I'm blown away, but I knew this was going to happen, and so did many of you guys. So if you like that shit, man, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm getting back into daily videos. I'll probably try to do 2 videos today. Now that all the holiday stuff is wrapped up and everything's kind of sorted out with the new year, I've been struggling trying to get the damn new insurance. That's been a 2-day struggle, and some asshole's on the phone with me, and he's like, "Sir, are you there? Hello? Hello?" So I say hello, and I can literally hear the echo, and this motherfucker's like, "Nah," hung up on me. So that's been a struggle, but I got all that shit taken care of. So back to the crypto content. Links in the description for Discord, streaming live on Twitch if they don't ban everybody on Twitch for the most stupid things. And also follow me on Twitter. We're going to go over a little bit of a Twitter thread from Brad Garlinghouse. I know a lot of people have been asking questions about XRP. And a lot of people were making fun of me because I put a few thousand more dollars in at around 20 cents, and I don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so. And it will probably still come down, honestly, because there's some supports that we still haven't, or resistances we haven't broke, but we're going to go over that today in the charts. But first, let's see what the biggest gainers are today. Look at this: Nano 90%, SNT 50%, Yearn up 42, XRP 37. I mean, just look at this all the way down. It takes until you get down about 15 spots before you get below 10%. And then biggest losers, we got a couple, but still not much. Probably just correcting because these were pumping previously here. But going back to just the main ones, we have Bitcoin was over $40,000. Ethereum almost back at its all-time high. XRP nowhere near its all-time high. So much room to grow, but a lot of fun in the market. Cardano doing very good. XRP did overtake Litecoin again, so they'll probably fight back and forth as time goes on, because Litecoin still has a lot of room to grow from its all-time high. And then we had Stellar, XRP's good close friend here, trading just slightly below where it was. However, Stellar was around 36 cents here in the last pump. So where do we stand now? But let's go ahead and first start on XRP. So this is a thread from Brad Garlinghouse. And let me go ahead and see who I saw this from. I know XRP Rich did it as well. I mean, it was, yeah, XRP Rich, awesome guy in the XRP community. Become friends on Twitter, just like I have with many of the XRP community. He tweeted this out, so I retweeted it. But basically, Brad Garlinghouse hasn't been silent like a lot of people says, and he went ahead and answered some questions here. So if you want to go through these, I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but he basically answers a lot of the questions that people have as far as what happened at the beginning of when Ripple started and what they did as far as selling XRP and stuff like that. And just like Visa, PayPal, MasterCard, they all had incentives to use their program. So in a sense, they all did the same thing, and it's 100% legal. So if you want to see that, hop onto my Twitter, and all of that information will be there, XRP Veterinarian. But let's go ahead and start with Bitcoin. So the biggest question I've had in the Discord is, how high can we go? Are we about to have a correction? And the correction can happen at any day now, right? But how big is the correction, and will it actually drop to a number that people are expecting? And I went back and looked all the way at the beginning of Bitcoin just to make sure, because when in doubt, you zoom out, right? And if you look at the beginning of this bull run way back here, this is the first one when we were $12. Look at how many weeks we stayed pumping here. And look how high the RSI got. Up to 98 on both of these. And these are weeks here. So we're looking at 11 weeks that we had straight pumpage the whole time. And if you zoom into these charts, you can see that the corrections were only about 10 to 12%. And if we go to the next section here, we had, let's see, 7 weeks of straight pumpage, and during that time we got back up to around 97, 98 on the RSI. All right, so coming back to where we are now, and I have the fib extension drawn out so we can see kind of where the fib lines are, where we've had obvious resistance, and we'll just zoom in a little bit here. We've had obvious resistance and support at these different lines, right? You can see we've had up came down, bounced, came up, bounced. And then now we are well above I believe this is the 1.618. The next one above it is the 2.618. All the way up here at around 53,000, like I think 800, right around 54,000. So do I think we can still go up? Oh, hell yeah, I do, right? Bitcoin is a speculative asset, and people see it. People chase green candles. All right, fundamentally, not much has changed on Bitcoin besides having, more Bitcoin miners, so the network is technically more secure, but then you can get into tons of arguments about true decentralization, because if you own so much of the miners, you technically own the network, right? I'm not going to get into that. If you want to talk to me about that, we can discuss it in the Discord. But where do I think we're going to go from here? Well, as of yesterday, or officially today, we now have a Democratic House, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic President-elect who will be here on the 20th of this month. That means if they keep their promises, they are going to be putting out the money, right? Money is going to be printed left and right. And if we come back over here, we see that Tether right now is at $22.8 billion here, right? That's nothing compared to how much actual US dollar has been printed. Right, we are in the trillions. And also shout out to this up here. Look at that market cap for crypto, over $1 trillion. So the space is still so young. It's in its infancy. It's still a little baby, a little baby foot, right? So we have to see where we're going to go from here. Well, people are starting to see that Bitcoin and crypto is making money. We're at the start of the bull run. Money is about to be printed. People like Michael Saylor were talking with Crypto, another YouTuber, about Bitcoin and how he dumped so much money from MicroStrategy into it. Most likely others will follow suit. And Coinbase is taking liquidity out of their trading. That way they can put it into storage on regular Coinbase. So liquidity is going down, so that means volatility is going to go up. So many things are pushing towards bullish, 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 bullish. So do I think we could see a $54,000 Bitcoin here in the next week? Probably, especially if Senate starts to print money, because they want a hedge from inflation. You print money, you devalue the dollar. You devalue the dollar, what good is all these companies having hundreds of billions of dollars sitting in US dollars? That's worthless, right? That's worthless. It's literally losing them money to keep it there. But it could make them money in crypto, specifically for them, Bitcoin. They're not going to mess with alts. They're not going to mess with that shit. Maybe Ethereum, maybe. But that's only because, that there's a less of a risk involved with it. Now, when it comes to like XRP and stuff like that, I definitely think that's the better investment. However, do you think a big company who's also regulated by the SEC is going to go, yeah, I'm going to dump a bunch of my money into XRP? Even if they think Ripple's going to win, they're not going to mess with that shit right now, right? The legality purposes and stuff is just it's too risky, which is the whole reason why so many are halting trading, which there's a difference between halting and delisting. Delisting is a full removal and nothing can be traded or done on it. Halting just means they're not going to do it until they get some clarity, right? So that's part of the reason why I'm still super, super bullish on XRP. So with all this money being printed and all this stuff happening, stimulus, change of power here, Democratic, just around the board, House, Senate, President, I feel like a lot of people are going to be dumping money, and we're not going to see that. So we're not going to see that drop in Bitcoin that we're expecting. Yes, we are really high up, but we are currently at 94. How high did we get to last time at those other bull runs? We got to 97, 98, 98.4. So I think we still have room to grow. Now, personally, I still wouldn't be doing any long trades on Bitcoin because just the volatility, volatility can make you money, but it's pretty risky right now. But I definitely think that we will probably see a $50,000+ Bitcoin in the next week, only because everything's about to change. I feel like if it doesn't happen in the next week, it'll probably happen right after the inauguration on the 20th, just because that's when everything's official. And if President-elect Biden shows up and he's like, boom, monthly stimulus checks for the next 6 months, we're going to stimulate this economy, dollar goes to shit, crypto is going to go absolutely crazy. So just to show you an example here, we have Tesla. This is the top performing asset of 2020, right under Bitcoin, following right behind it, I believe, somewhere in the top 5 at least. And look at this. We had 8 weeks here of straight pumpage, and what did we get to on the RSI? We got up to around 94, where we're at now, and then we saw about a 60% correction, right? Something like that, 64% correction. And this happened right around February, so this was the Corona dump. But ever since then, we haven't had big corrections, even in Tesla stock. We're talking 30% when it consolidated here between $500 and $300. But look at it now, $816 for Tesla. So I only bring this up because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, we're so overbought, we're so overbought. We got to crash, we got to crash." Well, look how many weeks Tesla stayed overbought. And then it barely got under 70, barely, and then here we are, right? So I wouldn't let that worry you here, but so for Bitcoin here on the 15-minute, we're showing so many signs that are bullish. Look at this. This is a 15-minute candle. When we drop down to 36,000 from 40,000 here. So let's see what this drop is. I think 12%, 10%. We had a 10% drop in 15, 30, 45 minutes. But within the last 15 minutes, it was immediately bought up, and in the next 30 minutes, it was already on an uptrend. That is so bullish on the short term. And I mean, this has been following like this for days. So is there room? Oh yeah, and let's say we do have a 30% drop now. So for people waiting for $20,000 Bitcoin, let's see, 30% drop. So 20% drop right now still only puts us at 32,000. Let's see what a true 30% drop would be from right now. Shit, I can't even make it down there. It's still putting us at above $25,000. It's going to be about 27,000. I can't get there. $28,000 would be a 30% drop. Do you think if it got down to there, people would buy it? That's still above the all-time high previously. It's the daily moving average is probably going to be somewhere around. Oops. Like, let's just shoot. So if we came down, we're looking at right at 30K. So for sure, 30K is most likely going to be our low for this little bit of a cycle. I just don't see it dropping below that. But not financial advice. I am just a doctor/idiot. So, take it as you would. So just my thoughts here on Bitcoin. I'm going to continue the video on and go over XRP just because I know a lot of questions, and I was going over the Wyckoff accumulation, which somebody brought up to me. I'd only looked at it a little bit, specifically after the big dump, and then I saw some people talking about it, so I did a lot more research on it, specifically the blockchain backer. So shout out to you, my friend, another awesome YouTuber as a chart analyst. So I'm going to go over that for just a bit, but that has either been invalidated or has completed itself, and we're going to go over that in the next video. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.